Alright guys, I'm here at Universal Studios Orlando and HHN construction has begun. So we're gonna walk through, show you the scare zone, show you what houses are going to. Actually, take it back. I don't know where the houses are going to go to, but I do know all the houses have been announced. Let's walk around, let's find out. Alright, come here on Rodeo Drive. You look like we're gonna have the masquerade dance with death. I'm just taking a guess. That's what it looks like. I really don't know where everything's gonna go, so I'm gonna try my best and show you guys. The event is actually getting ready to open within the month. But yeah, this is gonna be the first scare zone. Usually the route I like to take, I like to go towards the back instead of cutting through the front. Go towards the back, and this is like Masquerade Dance with Death, which you're gonna be invited in a ball where bloodthirsty vampires lurk behind you. Very cool. And also, we do have the final house reveal. Five Nights at Freddy's has been revealed. Actually been revealed before, but I guess they made it official. Five Nights at Freddy's, and also you have WWE, which I am enthused about. Let's see if they have the merchandise. So they do have the merchandise. Well, they have the shirts. So this was the second to last house to be revealed. Wyatt 6 from WWE, which I think is going to be great and fantastic. Again, with me, I don't get the shirts yet until the event has started. This is pretty nice shirt, like for real. I couldn't even get the shirt today anyway because they don't have my size. Do have Terrifier. Do need one of these. And they're out on the other stuff. Alright, moving on. So noted, they are low on stock, which I figured. The Terrifier, they had a few left. I got that, but I'm going to be moving through to show you guys the area of HHN, because the other area, they said they might not have any merch, and that's the Wyatt 6 and also Five Nights at Freddy. I'll check that up later. But moving on, we're going to the next scare zone, which is going to be, I believe, the Crooked House. So I stand correct, it's called the Cat Lady on Crooked Lane. Alright, so this makes sense. 9 Crooked Lane. So this is the Cat Lady on Crooked Lane. This is usually one of my favorite scare zone areas just because of the pumpkins. And also the nice details that they put over here.
You've never seen E.T.?
No, I've seen. Sorry.
I feel like I've never. What? Yeah.
Ooh.
Why, man? Why?
So we do have a prop sitting right here. I don't know what this will be for. I don't think nobody's gonna be standing on it. Maybe they're gonna have a fog machine built inside or something like that.
What's the other word?
They do have a lot of bikes, a lot of little stuff. It kind of reminds me of, if you guys remember a couple of years back, more than a couple of years back, they did Trick or Treat. So it's getting Trick or Treat vibes over here. And also, if I can find it, there's a little bit of Dr. Oddfellow, someone told me, lurking around here. I think this scare zone or maybe another scare zone. As you can see, the pumpkins, and they do glow at night. They don't do this every year. It's like every other year, but man, it's awesome. And then if you guys remember Little Boo, he originated from this scare zone area. So it's pretty cool. I don't know if he's in here, but he probably is in here somewhere. You guys see him before I do, drop a comment and let me know. This one looks very happy. Not that one. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? That one right there. That one looks very happy. Oh, this is something they haven't done before. A little walkthrough. No, the event hasn't even started, but just walking through here got me pretty chilled out. Oh, okay. Let's see what the front looks like. Oh, wow. And they got this. This is new. Got trust area. That's pretty cool. Get some stained glass. All right. See some lighting effects inside of it. I don't think the camera picked it up, but some lighting effects that are inside there. Oh, wow. All right, you guys remember last year they did have one of the entrances to the houses right here that leads up into Simpsons. I'm going to take a guess that this is going to be El Artista, the Spanish housing or haunting. The 19th century Spain with torture artists and moves into an isolated country manor, and things go haywire. Again, I am not sure where most of these houses are going to go, but I do believe they're going to utilize this area for an entrance. Alright, so I'm over here at Men in Black area. I'm going to take a guess, and Hatchets will be this entrance. The old West Town, a hell of break loose, masquerade, zombies, and whatever comes all over the place. But to the left, I want to say Dolls Let's Play Dead. The one that's going to probably get me the most, Let's Play Dead. Over here, Doll Size and Witness Unnature Creations of a Twisted Little Girl. Let's see. So Dolls Let's Play Dead to the left and Hatchet to the right. Alright, so I'm over here next to Men in Black. As you can see, I'm behind, well, stood in front of the gate. So Men in Black is down there. Usually there's two houses over here. Like last time they put two houses and they had that long walk to the back. The two new tents. I want to say Fallout. It's going to be back here in Galkin, in Fears in the North, or what's the name of that? Galkin Monsters of the North. So Galkin, I'm going to believe that's going to be my favorite one, even though Fallout's here and the Wyatt 6 is going to be here this year. Not over here, but I'm talking about this year. Galkin definitely going to probably be my favorite one. Hopefully it comes through, because if not, I'm going to be really disappointed. But Fallout and Galkin entrance should be right over here, as I'm guessing. So they open these up, walk down. I remember you walk down that long pathway to the new tents. Yeah, guys, there's nothing really going on right now, but they do have some of the setups. Yeah, this is going to be Nightmare Fuel, Circus of Decay, probably part 2 of last year's. Sadly, I did not see last year's. Every single time I went to HHN, I didn't really go too much last year, but every single time I did go, I didn't have time to see the show. I know, shame on me. As you can see, it is going to be a circus, because you do have some of the props up there. I heard last year was a great show. Hopefully this one will be even better. But yes, it's going to be Nightmare Fuel, Circus of Decay. And usually the Fuel girls, they do a fantastic job. So very excited. I will, I promise, see it this year. And just like last year's, and I think the years before that, the Death Eaters have returned to Diagon Alley. You actually can see, I heard that this year you actually can see them before the event starts. But again, they will be during the event. Halloween Horror Nights, not too spooky, but it kind of gives the theme of the evil Death Eaters have taken over Diagon Alley. So when you guys are walking through and you see little areas like this, they will be lit up, fog effects, and they will have Death Eaters walking around and interacting with guests. And again, you can't see this before HHN, I think an hour or two before HHN, but it is going to be mostly during the event. I will say, how cool would it be to have the Death Eaters roam around Nocturnal Alley? I know it's a little dark in here, but It would be awesome, right? Right?
Sit on by.
$250. Alright guys, I'm over here at San Francisco. I don't know if this is going to be a scare zone this year or just a little walkthrough area because as you can see, you have a Steal the Trust area. I was here probably like a month ago. And yeah, so they got a little trust area. I'll get up close a little bit in a second. But if this is going to be a scare zone, this is going to be Mutations, Toxic 20s, bustling in 1920s neighborhood of Buzz-Con truck with radioactive cargo crashes in a mobster getaway car. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna do a scare zone over here. This sounds like this will be more towards the New York area. Let's walk over there in a second. Let you guys know, it's only 4 scare zones this year, but they're supposed to be bigger than anything else, any other years. So pre-2015, before that, it's gonna be that size. So yeah, this year everything's announced, but it's a little. And as you can see, the trusses lighting setup is here. Then they have a raised platform with lights pointed to everybody's favorite ride at the exit. You know, everybody's favorite ride. But I don't know, because the other area doesn't look like this. But let's see, 1920 neighborhood. It's got to be in the New York area. What the heck? Yep. Birdie getting ready to do some construction over there with the work gloves. Birdie, I think those gloves are a little bit too big for you. But hey, you gotta do the work, Anywho, I am over here by everybody's favorite ride, just messing around. This one, I do not know what it'll be, but I'm gonna take a guess. Wyatt's. The Wyatt 6 Halloween. Well, the Wyatt 6, the Terrors of the Wyatt 6 is actually going to bring up into Halloween Horror Nights. So all my WWE fans, wrestling fans, this is for you, aka us. Yeah, this one's going to be very interesting. If not this one, I'm going to take another guess. Sorry, I'm trying to scroll through here. I don't know if I said Grave of Flesh. Grave of Flesh could be over here. And Grave of Flesh will be Welcome to Your Funeral, where everything goes from bad to worse. Enter through the gates of the underworld and get lost in their carnival's underground world. But I'm not sure, either Wyatt 6 or Grave of Flesh. And that's going to be over at Fast and Furious. Alright, so yes, there is trusses over here by New York. Not very much. They probably put up a little bit later in a couple of weeks. But I believe this is going to be Mutants or Mutations. Excuse me. It's gotta be Mutations. It fits the theme. This is the neighborhood theme, 1920-ish. New York, it has to be. But what also confused me is the arcade is closed. And from a little birdie that told me that this could be Five Nights at Freddy, like, arcade shop. I don't know. It's like everything is so close together. But in time will tell. If it is, that'd be really cool. But we're gonna walk over here to some of the entrances, which might be modified, actually, now I think about it, because of the construction. Alrighty, so over here you usually have 2 entrances. It's probably gonna be modified, and then also the Halloween tribute store will be over here. If not, they'll probably put it over there by Hollywood Boulevard. But as you can see, they're opening. The little bus stop station is gone. So yes, they are going to be preparing. I think they're just doing this last, probably because of the parades. And also the construction zone over here, which hasn't really started. And let you guys know, Rip Ride Rocket closes in about, what, 2.5 weeks. So you might want to get your rides on now. If you're coming on vacation, this is going to be your last time riding it. And again, I want to say Five Nights at Freddy entrance is over here. They'll probably squeeze people, which would be crazy. Or they might just utilize this and move the Halloween store somewhere else. I don't know. It's kind of hard with this wall barricade over here, because usually they do have 2 of them over here. Yeah, but Five Nights at Freddy has to be over here, and then I want to say Terrifier. Alrighty, again, Rip Ride Rocket does close August 18th of this year. So if you guys are visiting now, get your rides in now. Because after that date, this ride is going no more. A new ride is going to be opening up, maybe Fast and the Furious Hollywood Drift, back over in California, Hollywood, or Ghostbusters. We don't know yet, but we do know it's going to be that style roller coaster. It's kind of where it twists, well, not twists, but it turns, just like Guardians of the Galaxy. And back to HHN, usually they utilize this whole area with stanchions to turn for the queue line. Usually the biggest house goes in here. I'm gonna say Jason's Universe is gonna go in here. Just because that one seems like it's gonna be like the biggest one for this area. And usually they utilize the 4 scenes and all that. Exorcist was over here and they used the 4 scenes. Alright, so we're in the last space of scare zones. This one's a little bit easier to notify what it is. The Origins of Horror. That's the entryway. So enter a decaying conservation of twisted vines where artists crave tribute to HHN 34. Yes. So looks like we're going to have some scare actors up on here. There's one more down there. Hopefully they get the entrance sign to HHN. But as you can see, they do have an area where it looks like a big actor setup is going to be. So again, this one's going to go all the way down and connect to the Mutations era over in New York, and also connect simultaneously with the Monstrous over in Hollywood area. So the scare zones, again, there's only 4 of them, but they're going to be a lot bigger than last year's. Whew. Alright, I am barely surviving out here, and it's 7:37. The sun is starting to slowly go down. Yeah, I kind of got here a little bit later just because of the heat, and the heat is still hitting very hard. Top temperature today I think was like 108, maybe 110. Right now it's supposed to be 91, but the air temperature is still beating at 100. So yeah, it's pretty hot. But anyways, I'm not behind. I am in front of the famous Mel Diane, because we call it the Diane, our HHN peoples. But right now it's the drive-in. But the Diane is actually going to be a little bit different this year. It's going to be called Mel's Diane Zombies, which is going to include a dance party and DJs, along with, I guess, different foods this year. Yeah, they're really pretty amping up the Diane over here, the Mel's. Usually it's just you go in and eat and stuff, but I guess since they changed the sign and it got so popular over the years that they can actually turn this into an area. Not a scare zone, but it's going to be an area. So they're going to have a DJ set up somewhere, and then they're going to have live music, which is new for HHN. Well, I should say the DJ side of it over here. Usually they do have some DJs and stuff over in Hollywood. Usually they have one in one of the houses, or back then they called them mazes. and I'm talking about back then, I'm talking about like probably around 2014-ish. But now we're going to have a whole dance area, which is cool. And along with that, I'm going to pan you guys around. Usually there's a bar over here. I'm pretty sure they're going to get it up because they do have some stanchions and stuff going on. And as you can see, they have some trusses over there. And then there's a truss over here. So you do have your scare zone usually right there. But then Mel's die-in is going to have a DJ setup. Probably right there, if not somewhere else, I don't know. But then there's something else that's happening this year that has returned. And the Lagoon show is actually coming back this year. And man, that music is really loud. Let's see. The name of it is called Hauntophonic, A Ghoulish Journey. Ghost stories rising in the watery grave, the haunts of the A ghost story is rising from its watery grave to haunt the Universal Studios Lagoon. So if you guys remember a couple of years ago, shoot, actually more than a couple of years ago now I think about it, probably 2019, man, COVID really made time fly by. But yes, we had a hurricane that damaged the old set here, and then when they came out with the new Water Time show, everybody thought last year we was going to get something, and they didn't. But this year we are getting something again, and throughout the night it's going to play for HHN. So HHN is basically back in full swing. Yeah, HHN is back in full swing. It's going to be epic, not because of the park, but it's going to be very epic. And yes, you're going to have two shows, Nightmare Fuel, and then the water show over here to kind of keep people busy. But then also Mel's die-in with a DJ. I'm pretty interested about that because, man, like I said, a lot of people like Mel's die-in just because they changed the sign of it. But now it's going to be a whole area. Sadly, again, we only got 4 scare zones. Hopefully I got them right. We shall see in the next couple of weeks. HHN does start at the end of August. I believe August 30th. Yeah, so I'm going to probably walk around and do another take and see if I missed anything. But yes, HHN 34 is here basically. And it's all right, guys, I'm over here at Islands of Adventure just for a quick checkup on the merchandise because the merchandise over there was partly sold out. So I'm going to go to the All Hallows Boutique and as you guys enjoy, you got some Hulk Riders. Even though it's a B&M and a lot of people are moving more towards Intamin, this one still is fun. And also to point out, if you're like me, you want to look for these cool zones, something that Universal, I love Universal to do, that Disney doesn't really do a lot, except for the queues. Yeah, chill out, get cold. Heat tent was like 108, 110, so it was pretty hot. I got here around like 5-ish, 6, and it was still like 105, 100. Right now it's starting to cool off, but the humidity is starting to rise. I don't see any rain clouds around. Usually that's an indication of rain that's coming in the area. But I don't see no rain clouds. I'm kind of glad because I don't want to deal with the rain right now. I don't want to deal with the rain, but yeah, usually when the humidity rises, rain is coming, you usually have high humidity and then the tree starts to sway. The trees are swaying real hard, seek shelter because a T-storm is happening. But as of right now, we're good to go. As you can see, there is no rain, but we do have my favorite coaster, Velocicoaster, running pretty good today. And there they go. Also, I need to hurry up and get to this Halloween store because my equipment is actually heating up. The camera actually gave me a warning that it might shut off due to heat. Again, it's 8 o'clock now, and believe it or not, it's still hot and muggy. First thing that's probably gonna go is my mic setup, and then the camera. So let me hurry up and do this and show you guys, see what we can do. And then I'm gonna switch over to my phone. If you guys are not following me on Instagram, please do, because I do also upload on that in continuation. And if you're on Instagram, follow me on YouTube. So yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right, let's see what they have. I'm not that hopeful, but let's see. Let's check it out. So this is all they have left. So the white is sold out, but guess I gotta come back. So they do have a lot of dark universe in here, which makes sense. But I am a little bummed that there's no white stuff. They had the shirts over at the other store. But guess I shall return. My plaque is almost finished. Alright, so I'm hightailing it back over to Universal Studios. I got the Five Nights at Freddy panel. And like I said, everything else was sold out. But I'm walking back just because of the shirt. I should have got the white shirt over there because the white shirt at Islands was sold out. Well, it wasn't sold out. They only had extra small. And I'm seeing if I can get over there. And as I am walking through this hot, humid night, yes, how you guys, I told you guys about that rain. Yeah, Florida likes to shift this weather real quick, and it is shifting very fast. Again, sorry for the camera jog, but again,
It will split.
you can see the trees are swaying a little bit. And if you can see, I'm kind of booking it over here with this camera. And then yes, we have that nice system out in the far land. I don't know which way the clouds are moving, but usually around this time it doesn't really matter because they usually mix with each other, and usually when they mix with each other, clouds tend to form heavy storms along with the wind. Alrighty guys, that's it for tonight. Yeah, that's all the construction that's going on right now. So they have just a couple more weeks, maybe a month before the event starts, but actually a couple more weeks because they got to prep and do all that, the testing. Ton of stuff has to go up. I wouldn't be surprised that more stuff went up overnight. Yeah, I kind of hustled back over here to kind of get to the shirt. I thought they had more Wyatt shirts that I saw before. They didn't. There was only one small shirt and the rest was Five Nights at Freddy. They have a lot of Five Nights at Freddy stuff, but everything Wyatt is like sold out. Except for the extra small, of course, over at Islands of Adventure. But yeah, the plaques and all that, people even coming up to me asking if they have the plaques. They don't. I asked when they might get back. She said maybe at the end of this week, but not sure. But if anything, of course, when the event starts. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this event. I'm looking around right now. I'm actually standing in front of the horror makeup show. Has nothing to do with the event, but I'm standing over here, just looking at what is about to happen. Like, this whole place is about to come alive. With looking at males diving over there, or dying. That's a dive. Wow. I think I'm getting a little sleepy. Anyways, males dying over there. It's gonna have like a whole little party set up with the DJ. Then you have the HHN bar. Looks like the HHN bar is gonna be a little bit more to it. I mean, it's only in one little area, but it seems like they add on more and more each year. And then we're gonna have the Lagoon show, followed by the Fuel Girls coming back with the Fuel Circus. 4 scare zones. Again, they're supposed to be bigger than what they were. And then we're gonna have, of course, the 10 houses. So this event is gonna be pretty big. It kind of reminds me back in 2019. That was one of my favorite years. And then also 2 years ago with Oddfellow. And speaking of Oddfellow, I did not see where that symbol was at. So I don't know where they took that picture at or what, but yeah. On that note, hopefully this video helps you out, get you excited, because I am definitely excited for HHN. I usually am. No matter what's going on with HHN, I'm excited. Yeah, that's an inside look of what's going on, of what the construction is looking at. Again, maybe tonight, I'm expecting a lot more is going to actually come up. And the following weeks, and guess what? It is party time. The monsters will get released, and the screens and fun house shall begin. So, guys, we'll see you guys on the next one, because this camera is about to die itself. Not because of all the excitement for HHN, but yeah, it's just still hot. And also, what's really scary right now is that thing. So, appreciate you guys giving a like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, because I am actually going to probably switch over for that and show a little bit more. And see you guys on the next one. Skipper out.